Hey everybody, how you doing? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and Intelligent Boss Moves, and I'm here with Mr. Damon Dash. And first and foremost, I want to ask Dame, how you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. Can't complain. How you doing?
I'm doing real well, real well. And you and I were talking earlier today, and you said something that I really thought people could learn from. I was asking you about this whole situation with the rapper Bobby Shmurda, who was like one of the hottest artists in the country like a year ago,
Yeah.
and he got caught up on a gun charge. He's been locked up. L.A. Reid from Epic Records. A lot of people criticized him for not bailing Bobby out. I was one of the people that also had an issue with it too because I remember seeing a video of Bobby up at Epic Records dancing on the table like a monkey, and it pissed me off. I hated that video because the room was full of white people, and you had this guy, just doing this, this dog and pony show, and really celebrating genocide, the murders of black men. And so I didn't like it back then, but when he got locked up, I really didn't like it that Epic Records kind of abandoned him. And so
Right.
I asked you about that, and you actually went into some stuff that I thought was really interesting about the music industry and how it works. First, I'll ask you, what did you think about just that whole situation in terms of how it went down with Bobby?
I mean, I think it's unfortunate, when someone is as young as he is, and people make money off him, that no one explains to him exactly what the business is, and not understanding that when people are making money off you, once they can't make money off you anymore, they're not your friends no more. They're not looking out for you no more. You understand what I'm saying? And I know that there was an expectation that LA Reid should have bailed him out, or at least Epic should have bailed him out. And what I was explaining earlier was, number one, when someone in the music business, an artist is always in debt. You know what I'm saying? Like they're always giving you an advance against what you're gonna sell. So what I could see, just and again, I don't know exactly what it is, but if you were to ask me, and I could give you an educated guess, not to be speaking someone else's business, but when you give somebody an advance and then you have to put money into selling the record, let's say you give somebody an advance of $1 million, and then especially if they got a hot record in the street, and then it costs another $1 million to promote and market the record. You understand what I'm saying? So now you have to sell a certain amount to just recoup. Now let's say you don't recoup, and within your contract, every time you hand in a record, you got to get that $1 million. So let's say you got that million, they put $1 million into your marketing, which is unrecoupable, and you don't sell enough to cover that $2 million. But now, according to your contract, every time you hand in another record, they got to give you $1 million. So now the record company might be like, yo, I just gave him $1 million. We just spent another $1 million in marketing, and we just lost $1 million. We just lost $1 million. So now he hands in a record. I got to give him another $1 million. I got to spend another $1 million, and I'm gonna be in the whole $3 million, and he might not cover that. So a lot of times, a record company might be reluctant to even accept your record so that they don't have to cut that check that they're obligated to based on your contract. But then also on another level, you got to understand something. LA Reid works for Epic, and Epic is run. Well, number one, Epic is owned by Sony. Sony is a Japanese company that uses British people to run American people. You understand what I'm saying? So LA Reid would probably have to go and ask, I don't know if it's still Rob Stringer, but whoever it is that's running Sony, or his umbrella company, who's probably someone British, who then has to ask someone that's Japanese. And I don't think someone Japanese gives a fuck about somebody black through a British, a LA Reid down to the hood to give more money, and they may have not recouped their money yet. So they might say, look, how much has he how much have we put into him? It might be that much, a couple million. How much has he made back? He hasn't made back anything. So why are we going to get him out of jail? Or rather, why are we going to pay for something he might not even get to come out of jail? So they might pay for all of his expenses, but never make another dollar from him. LA Reid has to convince someone British to convince someone Japanese to cut a check for that. And I doubt that he's going to be able to do that. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't think LA Reid is going to be forthright and come out and be like, yo, it's not my money. It's Epic's money. I can't spend Epic's money on this. They won't give it to me. You understand what I'm saying? But, I do believe that if he could, if he had the wherewithal to do that, he may. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't believe it's his money or his check to cut. I think he has to ask questions. And there's a lot of reasons behind it if I explain that to you clearly.
Mm. Okay, so you you've done a lot of business in the music industry. You've created some of the biggest artists out here, from Jay Z to Kanye, etc.
Mhm.
And you've dealt with a lot of other artists that were not Jay Z and were not Kanye, who maybe had issues that you had to kind of deal with that maybe kept them off the stage for a little while. What do you think is the difference between being represented by, say, a brother like yourself, who's from
Right. Well, yeah, I
the
understand. So
community?
the,
You
the
see what I
difference
mean? Like, how would you
difference between
how
me and
would you
LA
handle
Reid
that?
is I'm from the street, right? I'm a little more hood. So I believe if I'm getting money with somebody, then I'm gonna ride out with him. I'm gonna always be there. So anytime Beanie and Oskino or the whole Philly crew, which was initially eventually called state property because they kept getting locked up, I would do whatever I had to get them out because I was eating with them, because I was getting money with them, because that's the cloth I'm cut from. This is the way I was taught. You understand what I'm saying? Like we brothers if we get money together, and if I'm in trouble, you help me. If you in trouble, I'm gonna help you. I don't think LA Reid is from that same place. He's not from an extreme circumstance, or at least he wasn't active in an extreme circumstance like I was. So when you get a businessman, he's not going to look at it like that cloth. He's going to look at it profit and loss. How much I'm putting into you and how much I'm going to get back, and all that in between. And again, me being that guy could be to default. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes I would extend myself more than I had to just because of my conscience, just because of my fabric. Where in business, your fabric is make as much money as you can. And when you invest in somebody, if they can't get you no money back, don't invest in them. When they're hot, stand right next to them. When they're cold, get the fuck away from them. And that's where the difference is in the mentality. You understand what I'm saying? So, L.A. Reid and L.A. Reid dresses way different than me. You would never catch him with a V-neck and a hat, but you'll never catch me in no tight jeans or no tight, slacks without socks on and dress shoes. You know what I mean? It's just two different animals altogether. But I worked with L.A. Reid. He's a good dude, and when I got in front of him, he would do the right thing, but I would have to get in front of him. You understand? And it would be hard to get in front of him. He used to actually have an electric lock on his door, so I couldn't just run in on his meetings when he didn't take my calls. Because I was on another floor. He on one floor, I'm on the other. If he wasn't answering my call, I just go up there and walk right in, like, yo, what's up? So he used to have this buzzer where it was like the Dane buzzer where I couldn't get in. But once I got in, he would do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? But if I didn't get in there, it was a chance he was going to act like he didn't even know about what the right thing was to do. You understand what I'm saying? That kind of thing.
Interesting. Well, I'm glad I got your insight on this, and I didn't want to take a lot of your time because I know you're busy, man. But I definitely feel that this is a reminder to artists, aspiring artists out there. When you're signing with somebody, you got to look beyond just how much money's on the table. You got to look at how much loyalty might be on the table.
Right.
Don't ask yourself what's going to happen when I blow up. Ask yourself what's going to happen when everything blows up and it's destroyed. Wait, are they going to still ride with you in both
But
situations?
also,
That's
also
important.
the question is, I'm sure he was taking care of a lot of people. Is anyone he was taking care of trying to look out? You know what I'm saying? Above and beyond Epic, anybody that's supposed to be cut from that cloth, is anybody looking out for him there? You understand what I'm saying? It's like when you're a rapper and that money's so fast and you spend it on everyone around you because that's just what you do when you from the hood. You eat with your friends. You spend with your friends because they spent with you. But when you're not able or in a position to spend, it's like when a hustler goes to jail. A lot of people don't bid with him. You understand what I'm saying? They don't. They know he can't hit him with no more work. They know he can't make him no more money. So there's no more investment that they have in that person. You understand what I'm saying? So it's not only Epic. I think anyone that made $1 off of him, if you made $1, like you don't know if Epic even recouped the money they put in to Bobby Shmurda. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. But if they didn't, I'm sure they're not putting another dollar into him. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
For fact, they made a lot of money, then they may put some of that money back, but they might not if they don't think he's coming home. You understand what I'm saying?
all
The
right.
loyalty has to not only come from the record company, you got to come from everyone that's in your vision that you help. Everyone should look out. And basically, no one looks out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Welcome to capitalism. Well, thank you, man. This was good information, good advice, and it's a reflection of just understanding the business side of entertainment, not just the entertainment side of entertainment. I think that's important for anybody watching. Everybody, I want you to know this is Mr. Damon Dash. We're actually teaching a class together called Intelligent Boss Moves, where we talk about being intelligent, being a boss, and making moves. Those are the three things you have to do to be successful.
And looking cool while you do it. It's important to look cool while you're a boss.
And looking well. He's the one that's gonna look cool. Me, I ain't never been good at that, but that's all right. 'Cause
You know,
I will make nerdy cool. All right. All right, everybody. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins, and please take care. And until we meet again, stay strong, be blessed, and be educated. We are gone. Peace.